Hey, it's Werner, and it's Thursday evening, and you're listening to Finding Frequency. Perhaps not Thursday evening when you listen to this, but definitely while I'm recording it. What a day. What a long day. Spent a fair amount of time last night wrapping up into the early morning some documentation for a presentation today. I am fairly tired. I feel a little bit fatigued, and it's probably going to take a little bit of a lie down after recording and wrapping this up and publishing it. And also just came off a 2-hour live stream where I had my friend Anthony Rocco on talking about curiosity. And then also Tammy came in at the end to talk about LinkedIn. So my live streams is getting longer and longer. I'm going to have to find some way to make it a little bit shorter and a bit more manageable. In fact, I'm considering splitting it in two because I think the value that Tammy is bringing in the sense of like these LinkedIn things, people are keen for her to review them, and that could be a kind of offering on its own, like a little brand. So always thinking, reminds me of the work that I'm doing with my friend Terry around what she's doing with her branding. And fundamentally, well, branding is probably she's more thinking about her digital marketing and how she's kind of addressing and adding value to her audience and identifying audience. So I geek out about it, and it's not like I'm driving this. Fundamentally, these two ladies know what they want to do and where they want to go, and I'm just along for the journey. And that being said, I had another call this morning with a new friend, Laura, who lives in the Netherlands. She's American. I think I might have mentioned her. She's got a startup, and I just realized something now. I have these dynamic power ladies around me all the time, because even this my client for this new project is a very dynamic lady who is running kind of acquisitions and pricing, all things that scares the hell out of me. And I love it. I love the fact that I get to work with so many strong women around my practice, and I find it far more rewarding. There's less ego. But there's also downsides because you can get your ass kicked, trust me. So, A1 for diversity. This has gone completely not where I thought it was going to go. I just realized that in the course of today, because Terry was kind of my mind in the sense of some of the work that I'm doing with her, and then Tammy, and then Magda that I'm working with, and then of course my own Marta, who is surprising me because she's also working with me on this project. I mean, I know my wife is clever and an ass kicker, but it's not often that you get the chance to professionally work with your better half, and she is much better. And to see her in action is actually really refreshing. The only thing that I would say with Marta, though, is that I think she really underestimates the value that she actually brings to the table. Just seeing her in action and experiencing the full brunt of a Marta is something to behold. So I'm excited to work with her more in coming weeks. We're probably going to kill each other at some stage as well, but that's how we roll. And tired, happy, grateful. That's where I am now. I didn't say too much about my friend Anthony in the live stream, but it is really, I always feel like when I have a conversation with him, it's heartfelt and genuine and authentic. So he brought the goods. You're really concentrating on the idea of curiosity. In fact, he went through certain aspects of curiosity and how they actually take people through this program and activate or reactivate curiosity in all kinds of things. Like I was thinking about it in work, but it could be relationships, all kinds of things where curiosity actually plays a big part. And what he had me do in the live stream at some point, because he was working through these principles, and I remember clearly the first one, but it's also kind of his demeanor, is that he had me look out the window, forget about the screen a little bit, and really look and see and take in what I'm seeing. And at that point, I was kind of staring out of a window that the blinds were half down, and I could see some of the treetops and how the sun was actually falling on the leaves and like the different colors out there. And it was really refreshing because here I was sitting in this live stream feeling a little bit awkward and always thinking that I'm going to do something wrong. And then you have this little moment where you get like taken away and you appreciate being in that moment and then being curious about that moment. So yeah, inspiring stuff. Highly recommend it to go check out what he's doing at igniteyourcuriosity.com, if I remember correctly, is the URL. But yeah, I hope that you're having the same kind of experience. I always say that, but I truly do hope so. And remember that, like Anthony also said, is that we're at the end of the day also, for the most part, the captains of our own ship. So, you know, you need to change things. People aren't going to change around you. So even if it's the smallest thing, even if it's like daunting, remember, if you break things down into smaller chunks, that's where you start. And I'm also preaching to myself because even now in the last couple of days, I've been feeling overwhelmed sometimes. And the only way you get through it is to say, okay, cool, I'm taking this one day at a time, one step at a time, one chunk at a time, one little block, and then you work your way through it because that's what other people do. And hell, I'm tired of standing on the side and seeing other people do amazing things. It's my turn, damn it, and it's your turn. So let's do this. And as always, thanks for listening.